Hello and welcome to Sniper Elite 4 with me, the 117thCon, and yes, Sniper Elite, not XCOM 2 or The Chosen like most of you are probably expecting. But anyway, I decided to go ahead and do a bit of a change and have another special, as it seems that a lot of you enjoyed my Battletech video the other week, so I'll start doing these more frequently. So yeah, hope you're enjoying the show. Also, in other news, Blizzard. Now, for those of you that aren't keeping up with gaming news and that lot, Blizzard essentially went ahead and banned somebody for banned a player called Blitzchung due to the fact that he supported the Hong Kong protests, in the current attempts to stop a bill going through that would allow extradition from Hong Kong and, well, suppress a lot of, freedom of speech. And, well, Blizzard, they have a lot of assets amongst other things, particularly in China. Most of you probably know Blizzard from doing stuff like World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and a few other things. So as you can imagine, it's a very, very big company. Combined with the fact that it's actually a daughter company of Activision now, makers of Call of Duty and such, it's a bit of an issue, the fact that they're essentially suppressing many people's right to free speech. So, all that's been going on in the past week or so, it's been interesting. It's kind of fitting that you go ahead and pick and play a game that also is fighting against people that most likely suppress your free speech. But, well, coincidences be damned. Also, I do apologise for the start of this. I was having some issues with the recording software as well as playing the start of the game. I don't know why, it just did it. The gameplay though should be perfectly fine. But yeah, so Blizzard have been slammed hard for what they've done. I mean, ridiculously hard. For example, Mei, the Overwatch character, has also become a symbol of the Hong Kong rebellion because of the fact that she is a Chinese character in Overwatch. Many people have boycotted Blizzard in their way of deleting their accounts, amongst other things, which is a fairly big move because a lot of these people have been playing stuff like World of Warcraft for years, and to simply go ahead and give it all up, not easy. So they have my respect. Anyway, talk about the gameplay for a minute here in Sniper Elite. See, Sniper Elite is a game where, well, it gets a bit deadly. And I should also warn you, gore ahead. Stop now if you're not fine with gore. Otherwise, you end up doing a lot of stuff like, well, this. Oh, what you know. Luckily, no gore yet. But yeah, I'll likely have to go ahead and tag this for gore, so do be mindful of those that want to watch. Let's see here, taking another shot, causing more distractions, and scaring the hell out of the Germans. Because why not? But yeah, so, as I was saying, Maze became a figure for the Hong Kong rebellion, which is kind of nice. I'm all for free speech personally. I mean, yeah, I can understand why Blizzard done it, controversy and that lot. But here's the thing. American University team also, in the middle of their live stream, went ahead and spoke up for the Hong Kong rebellion in the way of showing a picture for, well, with the writing on it of Free Hong Kong, Boycott Blizzard, on their own live stream. Yet they weren't banned. In fact, they were still able to move on if they so wished, which they decided not to because they are all for this boycott. As they rightfully should be, in my opinion. So, what was this sort of showing double standards Blizzard, where a player from Hong Kong, of course, who's in the midst of it, they'll ban him, respecting their Chinese masters, but when it's in the US, they don't care. Sort of double standard to put them in a huge lose-lose situation. They can either admit what they've done is wrong, or they don't, and everyone continues to boycott, continues to judge them, and their whole lack of just discourse back and forth is causing huge issues for them. And you know what? They deserve it. It's funny, up until the point where this boycott and amongst other things got ahead and take place, I'm actually making to get into World of Warcraft. But I personally refuse to go ahead and support a company that does something like this. I know that my brother plays a lot of World of Warcraft and a few other things, but I am not willing to go ahead and jump into that. Anyway, back to the game. So after taking out a few Jerrys in some less than PG-13 ways, looks like we are starting to finally move forwards from the original Cypher Tower to a little further on the island. Because what our objective for this is we've got to go ahead and take out a General Schmidt, take out a few of his officers, and maybe destroy a few propaganda films. Apparently the Germans are developing this new super weapon. It's not really a super weapon, it's an anti-shipping missile, but it's pretty advanced for the day. They were developing it, I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate, but at least the bullet drop and other things are pretty damn accurate. And it looks good. It's a bit gory. I feel a bit sorry for this German. Thinking that he's got me and just aiming carefully, wait for him to calm down a bit. And he's down. Also, for those of you that may or may not be interested, because I'm personally quite interested in PC gaming, PC building, and all things tech related, well, seems like we got into a bit of a weird one with Intel and their new 10th gen CPUs. Like, up until the 9th gen, it made sense. You wanted a 4th gen CPU, it was 4,000 something. You wanted a 5th gen CPU, 5,000 something. 6th gen, 6,000. It makes sense. And it wasn't too complicated. But now they're on 10th gen, which means they've now got a 5-digit number just for a single CPU, and whilst I appreciate why, it does make sense from a logical standpoint, those consumers are going to struggle with that. Like, oh yes, I want the, oh, what the hell was it called? It was 104? Yeah, it's a stupid idea, and honestly I'm surprised that Intel didn't, talk to their marketing department and go ahead and get it sorted before they came up with the new generation. Like, they could have gone for any other naming scheme rather than going for yet an extra digit, but that's what they decided. I personally think that it'll probably come back to bite them in the arse, but that's what they did. Although I can sort of at least understand why they're a bit rushed, considering how much AMD has been whooping them. For those of you unaware, have a look what AMD have been doing, particularly with their new Ryzen, upcoming Threadripper CPUs, along with their brand new graphics card lines. They have been slaying both Intel and Nvidia. Granted, Nvidia are still, if you discount integrated graphics because they don't really count their CPU thing more than anything else, Nvidia is still the prime market leader. Doesn't bode well for them the factor of how much AMD have managed to expand within the space of about 6 months. With the factor of many governments and servers and other things taking AMD over Intel, a lot of gamers starting to go over to AMD over Intel. It's becoming an interesting time. The whole bang for buck is definitely in the favour of AMD at the moment. And the second they go ahead and release their new 3rd gen Threadripper CPUs, well, even in the high-end desktop space, Intel will no longer be safe. I mean, debatably, they're not really safe at the moment, because the Threadrippers have always been pretty damn gnarly. And the AMD Epic Rome series are, well, even gnarlier. But at the very least, it'll become an interesting few months as we see what happens over the next year. So, speaking of which, I've been hearing that it's going to be Black Friday soon. Those of you that are into tech and that lot, tell me what you're planning on getting in the comments, because I'm kind of curious. Me personally, I'm going to be struggling to see if I can get any hardware deals on stuff like graphics cards and memory, but even if I don't, at least it'll be funny to see what people do get. If Black Friday is either one, a good price, as it hopefully will be, Or two, it'll do what happened last year and the year before that, and may have tons of deals on stuff that nobody wants. Yeah, I'm not even joking. The entirety of my last Black Friday was spent, well, struggling with either 5 to 10% deals at best, even if they did have a discount. But seriously, last Black Friday for me sucked. Not sure if it was the same for all you, but it really did. The amount of people that probably got good deals, good for them, but I mean, it kind of sucks, Not like the stuff I go ahead and buy every day is cheap or anything, which would be nice if it was, but then finding out that you can't even get a deal on it because, well, luck just happens to not favour you in the slightest. Oh well, it's what it is though, I guess. Anyway, moving on. Planning to take out General Schmidt. Feel perfectly fine with me taking him out, because remember, that guy is a Nazi. Nobody likes Nazis. Maybe people that like Nazis are Nazis. Nazis are not good people. Seriously. They took over, like, most of Europe. Pretty damn mean. Not to mention all the unmentionable things they did. And that's why you don't sit next to explosives. Kind of makes me laugh how they don't know I'm here yet. Know the benefits of suppressors. Okay, let's take out Schmidt. And Schmidt is down! Okay, that just leaves taking care of the rest of the enemy officers. Maybe destroying a few cameras if I so feel like it, and getting the hell out of here. Gosh, this is a bloody long mission. I mean, you're only seeing about 20 minutes of it, but for me it took about an hour to complete. I'm pretty sure I don't have the full video after I've gone ahead and edited it down, because it was a very long recording. But it does at least give you a good idea of what Sniper Elite's all about. Being stealthy, trying to be stealthy, being rather ballsy whilst being stealthy, and then realising you are no longer stealthy and you need to come up with a better plan. Pronto! And another one bites the dust. Okay, that just leaves a couple more in here. Let's see if I can get to Schmidt's body. But still gotta find the other ones. So what else is going on in the news at the moment? Oh, speaking of gaming and all that on Call of Duty earlier, I completely forgot to mention, have any of you seen the recommended specs for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare on PC? It's bloody ridiculous, I tell you. Most games require 8 GB of RAM. You'll be fine. Some if they're exceptionally taxing, 16 GB of RAM. You'll be fine. This one, no. You require at least 32 GB of RAM to play very well. And just for reference, in a lot of cases that's between £200 and £400 worth of RAM. That is not cheap. Not to mention there's something like 175 GB storage. Hell, I recently found out that a motherboard that I had sitting around wasn't dead and built a cheapy PC out of it. And that's only got a 200 GB hard drive. With the operating system installed, you could not install that game on it at all. It's that big. Like, what the hell? Why is it so damn big? Well, but it is what it is. Seriously though, what? Do they not know who they're selling this stuff to? This is Call of Duty. It's sold to everybody. One of the biggest franchises of all time, and yet they're trying to sell it in such a way that really restricts a lot of players from playing it. Excuse me on yet? Excuse me on that. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but I don't know many people that are willing to spend, like, what, $3,000 on a PC? Just so they can play a single game? Don't get me wrong, I've invested a lot of money in my own PC so I can do all this YouTube, video editing and all that one, but $3,000? Really? Realistically? For a well-rounded machine? What the hell is Activision on coming on with that really? But there you go. Or at least you'll get to see Captain Price again. Not the problem of having to pay out quite a big price to see him. I am sorry for a couple of the audio issues of them not lining up quite right. I can't quite get it right with this one. Every time that I correct it, it decides to go out and sing somewhere else, sadly. Like here, I'm pretty sure this clip here is pretty nice and fine, but the rest of it's a bit sketchy and I do apologise. So yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks for tech news in general. Just picking up a few targets there so I can lay out how I'm going to take out this final officer. But you know, it is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, what can you do? So I'm finally back at home, hence the reason why the microphone sounds a bit different again. I am trying to work on a few issues that I have with my audio, as you may hear a slight buzzing in the background. But if I can work them out, I will do as soon as I possibly can. Fire. That's how you make a big distraction, so you can go ahead and shoot the other dude. Well, ain't that a pain in the neck? Anyway. So I'll tell you what I saw recently. What's it called? Right. Republic of Gamers. They've recently, about to release TV. Not sure if it'll be made available in the UK or not. But it's something like $7,000. And don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful TV. It does 4K. It's got ridiculously high refresh rate. It is huge. It's incredibly bright. Damn, I wish I had the kind of money to go ahead and get that thing. Like, seriously, when I say it's bright, I mean if you were to go ahead and throw a flashbang in a game or something, you're quite likely to have it flash bright enough to actually go ahead and act like a flashbang for you. That is how bright it is. Like, it's enough to go ahead and adequately go ahead and light someone's face up in a well-lit room during the day. Yeah, just a little interesting thing that I thought I'd mention because I really do want it. It looks so nice. But alas. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Hope you mind the fact that I'm still a bit nasally and, well, a few other little issues. But either way, hope you enjoyed, hope you have a brilliant Thursday, enjoy the rest of your week, and I will be back with you on Sunday. This is the 117th Con, signing off, and have a good one. See you all next time.